Okay. Just gonna make sure I'm up and going here. Let's see what's going on. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's put you there. So what's up? I'm gonna be doing, the regular good old tarot. It's about 12:45, and yeah, we're gonna see what's going on here. Already got a few questions, so let's get right into it. Make sure you guys like this video, please, if you like it. What are SK's feelings for me? Okay. Remember what I said about this? Okay, so we can't be asking the same questions, and I say that not because I don't want to, it's just because literally, can you hear me okay, by the way? Let me know if you can't. Because if you start asking the same question, it's going to end up being an answer that you really don't like, just because there's only so many times that we could exhaust the situation, We could see what's changed in regards to, the last time we asked the question. So I'll say, has anything changed about your guys' connection together, or between you, the energy, anything like that we can get? Oh, well, it looks like maybe. Okay, interesting. So I don't remember if you guys said that if you had a past with this person or not, but I thought you kind of did, because, well, first of all, it's talking about, having a hard time letting go of something. So basically, this is at the bottom of the deck. It's talking about feeling stuck and feeling like your hands are tied, like you really can't do anything about your situation. And if anything's changed, it's looking at the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups. So I feel like, yeah, some things have probably changed a little bit, and hopefully for the better for you, Hey, you guys. So hopefully that is a good thing. I mean, what we do know is that they're caring genuinely towards you. It's just whether or not they're going to act on that is really not clear yet. It's just saying basically, that they do have a genuine care. So if that is something that's changed, it seems like they always had a genuine care, but they were just busy or something. I forget what it was exactly, that they were, focused on their finances or their career or something, their stability. But right. So yeah, it seems like it's hard for them to let it go, but it also seems like it's hard for them to be in the position of not being able to let it go, because they want to be able to move on with their lives, but they just can't right now. This is them holding themselves back. But the thing I want to look at is the Seven of Cups, because that means there could be some information that they've received that is just not clear, or it's not true. And it could be positive or negative, but basically they're not seeing something realistically. So yeah, it seems like something's going on there for them. Like they're kind of having a lot of thoughts and realizations about your situation or about you. And it just doesn't seem like it's very logical or even true. I mean, they're like, either they're freaking themselves out or they're giving you too much credit. Either way, it's exaggerated, negative or positive. So it could be causing, yeah, see changes. Maybe, see, that was a good question to ask, right? Have any changes taken place? I'm telling you. It's interesting though, because this card comes out too. So I wouldn't say that much is going to change right now. I feel like it's, you doing a lot of waiting. I still see you doing a lot of waiting. I don't see them taking action toward this, for this situation with you right now. But it seems like they are thinking about it a little bit more. That's what I can say. So let's see. Any future between me and R? Tell me what the future energy looks like between them. If this is a connection or not. Tell me what it looks like between them. So then we can kind of know if we're looking at what the energy is between you in the future, because I don't ask yes or no questions, remember? So basically we just see kind of what's between you energetically in the future, and that can tell us whether or not you'll be in a relationship or not, because either it will be good or bad, you know? And might even say you're married, might even say, okay. Might even say, interesting. So this could be a Leo or a Sagittarius or an Aries. We get this card first. So that's a Knight of Wands, and that means, you know, it could be a fire sign. If not, it just represents a person who's not very committed or trying to be tied down. So, I mean, it could be any of the fire signs now, but it could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, but a lot of times it is, just because it's a wand. But if it's not, it's definitely a person who is not committed to the situation. So it's a person that you're struggling to find, you're struggling to have them commit to you, you know, and just you, whether or not they're seeing other people, whether they're, you know, just not trying to be with anybody. It seems like you're not able to keep them there with you, and it's not a very stable connection. But then we do have this, which is the Ten of Pentacles, which would indicate kind of a stability, you know, so it could just mean money is good all the way around. Maybe you like live with them, or they live with you, and in the family, like people living together, things like the money's okay, everything's good there. There's some element of stability in this. So at the same time, this is where I'm getting Leo, the Strength card. Doesn't have to be a Leo, but there is an element of strength that is going to ask, you know, you're going to be called upon to lean on this in this connection. So I feel like basically it's something that is difficult, but it's going to help you to grow stronger. But at the same time, is it worth it? You know, it's going to be up to you. But it could even be like you having to put up with all this bullshit and be strong. You know, this money. I forget what I was going to say right now. There's something about the money. So you might live with his family, or you might live with yours, and then things are good with the money. But you're going to have to be strong because he's in and out, or hot and cold or something. Like there's just some kind of like aspect of it that you're still going to have to keep strong because it's just not very stable. And this is where I'm getting Sagittarius. This is a Temperance card, Sagittarius. So if it's not a Sag, then basically it's just saying underlying this whole thing, there is an element of harmony here and balance. So it's almost like, I want to say, I thought about this earlier, like in the beginning, it crossed my mind, and I want to say it again because it's crossed my mind again. I feel like it could even be that you are kind of comfortable in a situation that isn't stable, you know, because of whatever childhood situation, you know, like a past relationship, maybe something, for some reason, like even though it's a little unstable, like this person is hard, like you're chasing them and trying to get them to stay with you and be committed. And at the same time, almost like you're holding down the fort in a way, like stability, money wise, things are like you're keeping that together. So like you have an element of like instability and stability in the situation. And I feel like maybe that is comfortable for you. Like that's something that you feel is right, and you wouldn't feel right if it wasn't a little bit chaotic. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't want to admit that to yourself, but sometimes that is the case. Like if you were with somebody who was completely nice to you and just totally stable and everything was perfect, you might just kind of like get bored of it, or like not be interested, and just be like, I'm not really attracted to them. Like they're really nice, but you ever say that? That could be the case there. So this is like the opposite of that. This is a person who you can't get you can't tie them down, you can't get them to stay. And so that kind of interests you more, and maybe it's just a little more comfortable for you, or you just feel better. Maybe it's not that it's more comfortable for you, it's just that you feel like it's right for you. Like you're going for it still, even though it's kind of stressful. So yeah, I mean, you very well could be in a relationship in the future. So let's see here. Getting my friend to do our wedding photos instead of using a professional. Will it work? And any other wedding messages? Thank you. Okay. Oh. Tell me about the wedding. What do they need to know about the wedding? Anything coming out for the wedding? Anything at all? Sorry, I'm going to switch decks really quick. Anything at all coming out for the wedding? Having to do with the photos. What can you tell me about the photos and the setup and everything during this wedding? Any messages you want to tell us about? Want me to tell them about, please? Any messages for the wedding that I need to know, or that you would like to bring to our attention? Okay. Okay, I see you going your own way in regards to the photos. I mean, that's what I feel like it's talking about since we're asking about it. Basically, since we're asking about the photos and the wedding and all that, like what's coming out basically is that you're going your own way. Like you are trying, it's like you're sitting there waiting, like in limbo, trying to get some more information, having to do with finances most likely, or, possessions. You want things to go well. And so I see you going your own way and just doing your own thing. And to me, that kind of means that you would be not going with a professional. You'd be going your own way, as in you don't need to like spend the extra money. You can just kind of like do your own thing, like a friend, like somebody you already know. You don't have to like do it the traditional way or the way that like everyone else does it. So I feel like that's a good idea for you. You'll save some money as well. And I don't see anything wrong with you going your own way in regards to the professional aspect or non-professional aspect of the photos and photography of the wedding. So let's see any other wedding messages here. Any other wedding messages here? Love to get that. Why did you ask that question? Okay, well, I'm just going to say it because I'm not going to not say it, especially now. So we've got the Five of Cups. Someone's looking at the negative. Someone's not looking at the positive. Someone's disappointed here. Then we have the Death card, which means changes or endings, drastic endings or changes, things that are basically like it's a death and then a rebirth, but it is like it's not the same. It's not the same anymore. Changes, drastic changes. Something happened that is different now. It makes things different. And not a real death. Okay, not a real death, but it's like a death because it's changed now. Then the world. So things keep going, time keeps going on. Seasons keep changing. Progression, time. Life goes on, continuing. And it could also mean you're going back in cycles. You're doing the same thing again that you had done before, repeating yourself in your steps and your actions. Things coming full circle, but you kind of just still being on that same path. And then having to do with someone sneaking something or being shady, not telling someone about something. It could even be that there's a surprise. It might be a positive thing, but there is something hidden and sneaky that someone thinks they're going to get away with. They might get away with it, but then we do have the Two of Cups. So I even feel like it does have to do with the actual wedding. I mean, look, it's almost like they're getting married in a way. You could see it, in regards to this question, it seems like that is talking about the wedding. But maybe this is just something not going well. Like you're disappointed because something has changed. Plans have changed. I don't want to freak you out. It doesn't have to mean the person you're with. It could just be the circumstances. Something has changed. Now, okay, okay. I'm seeing it this way too. Things have changed. Like something didn't work out. Maybe it's the photographer didn't show up or something. But I don't really see that happening. I mean, because it didn't seem like that was a negative thing. But if it were that would kind of be like not that big of a deal compared to what other things it could be. But let's just say, for example, it could be that, okay, something goes wrong, you're a little disappointed, and there's changes now. Now things have to kind of be different, and you have to like kind of work around it. But life goes on. We got to keep going with this. We got to keep rolling with it. So we're going to keep rolling with it. And then maybe this person, sometimes the Seven of Swords could mean, since we're talking about a wedding and a marriage, sometimes Seven of Swords would mean like someone's going to propose to you and they're hiding that, they're sneaking that. But since we're already at the wedding, maybe they have a surprise. Maybe their vows or something that they weren't telling you about, or the ring or something is just hidden. And I want to put it in a positive way. It could be negative. Please let me know what that means for you, because it could mean many different things. And I really hope that it's not something really fucked up. I don't want to say it is. I really don't. I don't want to put you on that whole, I don't want to freak you out, because it doesn't have to be negative. It could be actually just a surprise that you have no idea about. So please let me know what it is. when that happens. When is the wedding, by the way? Congratulations. When is the wedding? Not till April next year. Okay. Tell me about the friend. Tell me about the friend. Will this wedding happen in April? Tell me about that date in April. Is it favorable for April? Is that going to happen? Like, you know, you're concerned about your friend and the land you have. So tell me about the friend. Is that going to fall through? Tell me about what this is going to look like for them. I mean, I don't see them not following through. It seems like there is a decision to be made, though. Still, like they still have a decision to make about it. But overall, I feel like it's going to be something that works out. And then we have, you know, this is for love. This is for, you know, taking action toward wanting to offer someone something affectionate. I think it doesn't look like anything is wrong. The only thing I question is like, what's this decision? There's some decision they have to make still, but then it looks like it's going to work out. Like they're going to offer this to you and it's going to be something beautiful, but I don't see your friend backing out. I don't know. Seems like they just have a decision to make. Maybe some like little last plan or something. Not really sure. Maybe you should ask them about that. You should, yeah, see? It's unclear. Or unless they're a Pisces, or maybe you or your wife or husband are. I'm not sure, but, you know, it doesn't have to be a Pisces. And if it's not, then I would ask them what, you know, any concerns they have. Say, are you concerned with anything about, you know, is there something you're not telling me? Like, I want you to be comfortable with it too. You are helping us out with your land, so please just let me know if there's anything I could do to make you more comfortable, or like, what do you know, is there something that you're not saying? Like, just please tell me. Like, you know, you need to just ask them kind of straightforward so that you kind of know where they're at, so you don't have to worry about it. That's what I would do, is just ask them straight up. Are there any concerns you're having about that date? So, what? It does. See, I don't see it like not happening. Yeah, I don't see it not happening. I don't see it ending, and I don't see it being like a failure at all. It just seems like there's some decision they have to make still. So I would ask them what that is, you know? Okay. Okay. I know, huh? Late night owl club. That's funny. Okay. Has Sonia moved on from me? I haven't heard from her since last Wednesday. She randomly just stopped communicating with me, and I don't know why. What's going on with Sonia? Tell me about this person. What is going on with them right now? What is happening for them? What do we need to know about their situation? Help us to understand what is happening for them right now, what they're going through a little bit. Why have they stopped communicating? What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Are they Cancer? Are you Cancer? Someone moved on or moved forward. Stress. Someone was taking on too much. They felt like they were doing it all by themselves and they couldn't do it anymore. Does that ring a bell? Does that make sense to you? Or no? Let me know if that makes sense, because I can try to interpret it differently. That's kind of the first idea I'm getting of that. I mean, straight out, when it says Three of Swords, I'm like, what happened, you know, like someone's feeling heartbroken. Maybe that's you. But, you know, since we're asking about her, you would think it would be about her. But I know that's how you're feeling, so I mean, I guess that makes sense for you. But why would she be feeling heartbroken? Okay, so there's this thing in relationships that sometimes we feel like, you know, there's no way they couldn't be happy because we're doing everything we can. And you very well could be doing everything you can. But for some reason, she is feeling heartbroken, or dare I say even third party possibly, because 3 of Swords, but I don't really see it as that. It seems, who's the Cancer? Is there a Cancer involved here? Who's the Cancer? What is that? No? Okay. So it's just talking about moving forward because it's stressful. I wish the High Priestess was here because I feel like there's more that you know. Like you have to have some idea of why she's feeling this. And if not, you soon will, because the Tower does not lie. The Tower basically is saying that something needs to change, or some things need to change. And at this point, you don't really have a choice because they will change. Some things will fall apart and some things will not, you know, be built up again, but it's going to be turned into something new. So here's the thing. When the Tower comes out, don't resist anything and don't push anything. Anything you're trying to push that isn't happening, don't keep trying to push it. It is going to not be pretty. And if you try to resist any changes, you keep trying to resist these changes. No, well, wait, maybe we just, I just would rather, I don't know. I want to, just holding on to this like lack of, you know, you're holding on to a stagnancy that needs to just shift, you know. Uranus and Pluto, they're all going to come out and they're going to make sure that it changes. And there's going to be a huge transformation. Basically, it looks really negative, but the Tower's there because it's saying these changes are necessary and they need to happen. There's really nothing you could do about it, I'm telling you right now. So don't resist anything and don't push anything too hardcore because it'll be that much harder. The Tower is not going to be pleasant, but it's not going to be, you know, you're not going to die. You know, you can do it. But here's the thing, if you try to resist, or you try resist changes, or you try to push something that's not happening, it's just going to be that much harder for you to deal with it. So I feel like these changes need to happen. There's some changes that have needed to happen probably for a long time, and that's why this is kind of just like at a peak of like, can't take it anymore. And you're just sitting here clueless. You have no idea why. That's not cool. See, communication, there's no, well, the only sword that's here is the 3 of Swords. So that's, you know, there's no communication because there's heartbreak or there's some kind of like loss, pain. And, you know, I understand it could be coming from you. Let's try to tap into Sonia even further. Tell me what is going on with her. Why is she not communicating? Why is she not communicating? How does she feel? If you could tell us how she feels or give us some kind of understanding, like what this person needs to know about her and why she's not communicating. It's kind of like what Jenna said earlier. Maybe she's afraid of love, which is weird because it kind of would be indicating that. But at the same time, like, that's just one idea. Another idea is that she is not committed to the situation. Like, it may not even be about you, but it could just be basically she's not one of those people that wants to be in a long-term committed relationship, and she just doesn't know how to say that, you know. But at the same time, she's fighting something. So I feel like at some point she will come forth and say something about it. But then we do have this fear as well. So maybe she's ashamed of something, or I don't want to say like feeling guilty. It's just like ashamed about something, and but it could even be just a shame that she doesn't even consciously go over with herself. You know what I mean? So it's like you avoid people because you just don't want to think about that, because underneath it's like you're ashamed, but and you're kind of worried that people are going to like think of you in not so great of a way. So it could be a while before you hear from her again. You know, you could be waiting kind of for a while here, just waiting for this garden to grow, you know, just waiting. If you want, you can go ahead and reach out to her yourself. Not like you haven't tried. I mean, you probably have, but you know, closed off, not taking any offers, not taking any communication, any kind of like gestures. I mean, I don't exactly know why she isn't communicating, but it seems like she isn't going to for a while. And she could be feeling very guilty or ashamed about something. The fact that she has to be defensive about it too. You're going to get some kind of communication about it, or some kind of action that you're going to understand. Like, she's being defensive about something. She's fighting something. And that could even be herself. She's fighting in you, obviously, because you want to know these answers. But there's something that she's not being clear about. Well, the whole thing, obviously. But the thing is, like, the defensiveness of it, it just makes me think, why, like, what is there to be so defensive about? Like, there's something she's ashamed of. There's something that she just doesn't even want to talk about it. Like, she doesn't want to hear it because, you know, she probably knows she's fucking up. Not talking to you, that's not really cool. So, I mean, she's probably going to try to fight it as long as she can and just kind of try to, like, act like it's not happening. But at some point you will get some word about it, and then it might be a little aggressive on her part. But, you know, try not to take it personal, because that's not something that, like, that's not how people should treat each other. So I don't feel like you deserve that, you know? So I'm just saying, like, if you can, try not to take it personal. It could be that friend. I mean, I hate to leave you off like that. I know there's so many things it could be. I would love to give you a reading on that, because it's just like so many things there, you know? Like, there's so many things that I just want to tap into on that. Okay, who is next? Because I see that there's quite a few comments now. So, I know Jen has been keeping up with the names, but okay, when anyone hates, oh, it's because they know they're wrong. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something she's avoiding, you know? Probably just because of shame, and she knows that she needs to say something about it, but it doesn't want to, is ashamed to. And that sucks, you know? But it's just, like, stand up, be a person, be a human, be an adult, or I don't know if you're an adult, but, you know, just be cool with me, be straight up. Tell me, you know? Yeah, no, I totally get that, you know? Okay, you're not a pushover, but here's the thing. In a way, she has that, you feel like she has that over you, you know? And when we're in love, that's kind of, people do kind of have it over us. And that's why I'm saying, like, that's not cool that she's doing that, because that's just not what you do as a person. You don't do that to people, you know? She could just let you know what's going on. Like, it almost makes me feel like she knows that you're still going to be there later on, even if she doesn't give you the respect to tell you exactly. And, you know, she may just leave you hanging and then come and talk to you and just expect it to be okay. Like, and I don't sit right with that, you know what I mean? Like, so you're not a pushover. I believe that, but you got to kind of teach people how to treat you, you know? And I'm not saying it is your fault at all, because if you're giving her so much of yourself, like, she should appreciate that. But if she doesn't, but you keep giving, some people, it's like there's no other way to look at it. They will keep taking and taking and taking. And that is harsh, but just think about that, you know? Like, maybe you should show her, this is not the way that I'm going to be treated. I've given a lot to you. I've loved you, and I could do that for somebody else. You know, I don't have to, you're not, like, you are definitely not special if this is how you're acting. You know? Like, anyone could do that. I could do that to you. Anyone could do that. But I actually put time in, so maybe I just need to put time in somewhere else, you know? Like, actually show that you deserve respect, you know? Because it will change things. No matter what, that you can't, even if it's already even if they already look at you in a certain way, it's like you still have to assert that and make it known, you know? Or else some people really just keep taking and they don't care. Starlight, did you ask a question again? She will at some point, even though obviously it's, yeah, no, I totally get that. You feel played for sure. Because it's like, what the hell, you know? Like, there's no, yeah, I'm not going to get upset right now. Because I get defensive for people about love situations when people are just dicks, you know? It's like, there's no reason to be like that. But people do it. I mean, people do it, you know? And I'm sorry that's happening. Okay. How does Dee feel about me right now? Or wait, okay, Phantom Punk. Because if Starlight isn't around, oh yeah, Starlight, we're gonna. Oh, okay, traits of future romantic partner coming towards me. Didn't you ask this yesterday? Let's see if anything's changed. Or am I mistaken? I'm pretty sure you asked that yesterday. Let's see. Anyone coming towards her? Tell me about the traits of this person. Maybe give us their sign, their zodiac sign. So it seems like you kind of already know who's coming towards you or who's. I feel like I said this last time. That's weird. Maybe nothing's changed. No, yeah, okay. Maybe it was somebody else. But I feel like, okay, you kind of already know like who it could be, a person that's interested in you, that you feel like may approach you or is going to come your way, or somebody who you think could eventually like if you just gave it attention, or you kind of like took a step toward them, that they would initiate, you know? So you kind of have to initiate. But I feel like since it's the high priestess, she's saying basically she's all knowing, very intuitive, and she kind of knows kind of situations that are happening without really knowing for sure, but it's like she just knows, you know what I mean? So I feel like you kind of already have a feeling about who this person could be. Someone who, like, you're satisfied with that. Could be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like, doesn't it kind of look like he's sitting there like, yeah, I know. Yep. And I'm just sitting here with this information. Like, yeah, okay. It's like, it's kind of like you're almost like making fun of it. Like, you're just waiting, like, yeah. But if that's not the case, then I think it's just you kind of are aware of it, like who the person could be. Or a person that's interested in you right now. And it could be an air sign. Or a person who's very honest, a person who's very logical, a person who's very in the way that they communicate, in the way that they just aren't very emotional. They're very logical and rational, and it's hard to kind of break through that, but that's how you would indicate who the person is that's showing up through this reading. Could be a person that just moved into that city or wherever you live, or is traveling there, or is going through something where they are changing and not looking back to that thing, like a transformation type of thing, something that kind of just happened that was pretty sad for them. They didn't want to have to leave it, but they did. So it could be any of those things. Travel, they could be moved. They could have just moved there, or moved away. They could have just moved away too. But I feel like they are closer to you than further. So, of course, you know your life better than I do, but it seems like they're fairly close to you. I feel like they live in the same place, like the city or whatever that you live in that area. But basically, we're talking about a person who is very, very logical and very, very straightforward in communication, you know? Not like a Sagittarius straightforward, like foot in the mouth, like saying things like, you know, that they shouldn't say and just kind of like says it. No, not like straightforward like that, but just straightforward, like, you know, there's no confusion. Very clear, very, you know, there's no question about what they're saying. It like makes sense, and they're not sneaky or hidden. It's just, they're very just like honest, you know? Okay, it could be a water sign as well. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But basically, I see the person is very caring towards you and wanting to help you, wanting to nurture you, even though they don't show emotion as much as they show their kind of logical side. It seems like they're going to be more of like a, like not motherly figure, because that sounds weird, like if we're talking about a man here, but it's like nurturing, you know, like they see you as almost like they want to take care of you, or they see you as like a person who needs to be taken care of, not in a bad way, but it's like they're caring towards you, you know, they're caring towards you. They're nice and gentle and just like not soft, not motherly, just you know what I'm trying to say. Like they're kind and sweet to you, nurturing. Are you guys watching? Oh, okay. I was like, that's kind of weird. Like you're just over there huddled in the corner, like looking at the. Okay. So who was next? I think it was Phantom Punk, right? Phantom Punk. 007. May I have a reading on what's coming my way in the near future? I'm a Gemini male. Regarding love, or well, we've already asked about love. Let's just see what else we can get for you in the next year or so. What can we see? What can we like? What do we see happening for this Gemini person? Anything highlighted? Anything you need us to know? Anything you'd like them to know? Anything you'd like them to know about their future, the next year? Anything that you'd like them to know? Well, I would say you're headed in some direction. No, but there's like actions being taken. You're progressing, I guess you could say. You're progressing to a place of rest. It's almost like you get comfortable with yourself in a way that you just feel like, okay, now I can just relax and no worries. It's like you progress to a level that is where you could feel okay and relaxed, like there's nothing like stressful to where you have to always be on guard and work. Like it seems like you're at a place of peace. You know, I want surprises. And it's just like, you're going to be calm and happy and peaceful. You're like, well, okay, boring. But I mean, that's a good thing. At least it doesn't say anything bad, right? So in regards to love, this could be talking about a love situation. It could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It could be a person who's very caring. Maybe you are very caring toward this person, but it seems like regardless, this person is, so this could be you or this person. But if you are, you'll know if you're this type of person who is not really committal, you know, you don't really want to be tied down. If that's you, then that's you. But if not, then I would say it's another person, because and it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces, because this is the King of Cups. But so a definitely talking about a relationship here. Queen of Cups as well. So talking about a relationship here when you see two of the same, you know, a king and a queen of the same suit together, and even a king and a queen in not the same suit, but this one happens to be the same one. I would say that it's something that is a very, like, it sucks because it's something that you feel strongly for, like you guys care for each other a lot, and then but somebody isn't committed, you know, to the situation. Like maybe it's just that you're going into it not committed, or they are, and then it becomes caring, because we had the King of Cups, then we had the Knight of Wands, and then we had the Queen of Cups. So it's saying maybe that person was like that, and then when they meet you, maybe they're not going to be like that. I mean, maybe they're going to just care about you so much that it's like they are able to be tied down. Let's see if we can get anything more on the Knight of Wands. We see Aquarius, the Star card, and also the Queen of Wands. So could be a fire sign again, could be an Aquarius because the Star card. Basically, it's the person who's very independent. But I feel like there is hope in the situation as long as you give. Okay, so as long as you give this person their independence and their space, their freedom, it seems like it could work out. Because the star card is basically saying have faith, have hope, like it's a good omen, things could work out, things could be okay, things could be good. And like it's almost like there's a chance, there's, have faith, pretty much it's saying. So I feel like give this person a break, give them their space and their freedom, and they should be good with that. Things, it could work out like that. So I forgot I wasn't by myself right now. Sorry about that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you are a little guarded. Okay. Makes sense, So if you get into a relationship, it might be like you can't really just give them their freedom because you're kind of worried about it. Try to, though, you wouldn't want that from someone else. It's so hard to trust after trust has been broken, but not everyone in the world's like that, I so get, though, like I get not wanting to try. I mean, it's hard to like make yourself do that. It really is, but you have to, you have to give yourself another chance, and other people another chance. They haven't even met you yet, or they don't know you. So it's not like everyone's going to be like that. That's not really fair, and you're just going to miss out yourself. You're going to miss out on something that could be. Oh my God, I've never heard that before. I've never heard it like that before. That is hilarious. I'm going to use that one now. Yeah, no, that's not cool at all. But, like I was saying, it's just, you got to, if you're going to get out there and try, you need to try everything you can to keep it a fair connection, give them a chance to actually be a piece of shit or not, like don't just deem them as a piece of shit when you first meet them, you never know. Some people are really good people, so you might miss out on something really great if you just scare them off, because of your trust issues. But I get it. Trust me. It's hard to trust, but it is possible. Mamma mia. I think we're waiting on air. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I just saw your little question. How does D feel about me right now? Almost missed it. Okay. How does D feel about me right now? If they aren't a Cancer and you're not either, then I would say that they feel an abundant. They feel like there's an opportunity to be with you, or have a loving romantic relationship with you. Like love is possible. There's opportunities for it, and they're going to head toward whatever opportunities they can to achieve that. Like they're trying to decide which way they know that they want to head that way. They don't know which road to take will lead to what they want, which is obviously a relationship with you, or some kind of like love or affection with you. So they're going to try, but they are still considering and contemplating which way is the best way, because these two sphinxes at the bottom, they're leading him. He can only go one way, so he's trying to decide. It's not just about taking action, the Chariot. It's about which action is going to lead me. Which path do I go? Because obviously I want to go down the right path. So I think, yeah, the person's interested in you. For sure. before they're thinking about heading toward your direction, because they feel like there's an abundance of love just waiting to be had, or there's, you know, there's opportunities for it that they're going to go for. So just be patient. Or I guess you can meet them halfway and just be like, surprise, I'm going to come your way now too, so it could be even quicker. But no, I don't know how that would go. Just putting it out there, you know. It seems like they're going to be headed your way because they see that love is possible with you. Who is next? Okay, yeah, so especially if she's not a Cancer, then that's even more saying that basically they're going to be headed in your direction because they see it could work out. They want to try, you know. Seems like they're going to try. But right now they're still kind of thinking about like what and how to do that, you know, for the best outcome. Is it Jenna? Yeah, okay. Do you see Caleb and I staying in contact and reconciling eventually? We're focusing on ourselves right now, but we talked and he was still willing to help me out with things despite us being broken up. Okay. Tell me about the future of their relationship together. What is it looking like in a year, in a couple of years? Like, tell me the next significant, whether it's positive or negative, what's the next significant kind of moment in their friendship, relationship, and their relation that we should note, that we should note, that we can note, that should be understood, that you want to highlight here? Anything of significance between them? Well, okay, it's kind of like what you just said. Yeah. All right, so it's kind of like what you just said. That they are, sorry, that they are, and both of you are focused on yourselves, trying to take control back of your lives and figure out what the hell it is that you're doing. Can you turn the air off, please? It's freezing. I feel like I'm like pasty white and my lips are purple because it's like so cold. That's not why I'm pasty white. I'm just pasty white anyway. But so this is you like trying to take control back of your life and have that control, like that responsibility over yourself. And another thing that's highlighted is strength and waiting. So you're going to need to be strong here. I feel like it is a kind of unfortunate situation where, you know, because why would you have to be strong? I mean, obviously right now you have to while you're waiting, right? But then again, you know, I still see that later on after you're done waiting, it's still this thing where it's like there's just you focusing on being responsible. It's not really about the relationship. And I feel like at the same time, you know, somebody is still iffy about it and back and forth, like, should I do this, should I not? So it could be them, you know, that's like one thing is just as important as the other. And I'm weighing my options and I haven't decided. And that is sad. I mean, that fills you full of sorrow and you are stressed about it and you're feeling very upset about that. You know, it's like they're leaving you on this, they're leaving you like they just have never made a decision all this time. It's like they need to just jump on that and make a decision. But I do see that that is, you know, them taking care of themselves and trying to figure out like how to gain control back of their lives and, you know, find that responsibility over themselves. Maybe they feel like they don't have that now. And like, same with you, you know, trying to figure out how to, you know, be your own emperor, the emperor of your empire. You know, the empire being yourself and your life. Like you're the only one who can like oversee that and make, you know, those decisions. So I see that as kind of what you're saying, like focusing on yourself, you know. Seems like that's what is going to be happening probably into this next year. And they're going to be not sure what they want the whole time. And it's going to be fucking annoying and confusing and stressful and just sad, you know, because they might be giving mixed signals. It's like a back and forth. Just like, yeah, I want it, but I do, but I don't, but I don't, but maybe. And you're just like, Like what, you know, like make the fucking decision. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might, but it just seems like it's going to be a while. Seems like they're not going to be decisive about. Yeah, exactly. He's such a Libra. That's funny. Okay, so, and like a Libra, can't make a decision. I mean, they can, you know, we can as humans, we can make decisions, but it's like, it's just like they're not making one. They're very like back and forth and indecisive about it. And it's just like not cool to do that. It's like they don't know what they want, but obviously they want you, but then they also don't. And not that they don't want you, but maybe it's something in their life, or, you know, it could be anything, but for some reason they're just not like, they're not making that decision. They're not making that move. They're not making it like, this is what it's going to be. They're just like doing both, you know, like they have you, but they also don't. And they like, I don't know why they can't decide. I mean, it seems like it would be kind of, yeah. And, you know, maybe he isn't good enough for you. Remember, he said that too. He said you deserve someone better. So maybe you need to look for someone better, you know, because when somebody says that to you, it's kind of like, you should listen to that because you shouldn't be waiting around for someone who just doesn't know what they fucking want. It's like, okay, I know what I want, and yeah, but it's hard, you know, because you want them. Sorry, my Mercury's in Libra, so I know I keep going back and forth and seeing both sides of the situation, but I'm just trying to be human here. I do get it, and it's hard. It's not easy. But do what's best for you. Do what's right for you, you know? Even though you feel like what's right for you is something that they can bring to your life because it feels great. But if they can't, if they're not going to do that, then, you know, there's not many other choices you have, you know? So who's next? I keep dropping cards everywhere. They're flying everywhere. Okay. What are Yatin's current feelings for me? Should I continue to pursue him? I think you asked this before. But should you continue to pursue him? What happens if she pursues him? And what happens if she doesn't? What does he do? How does this change the connection between them? If she does. And if she doesn't? Okay, I think you should keep pursuing him because oh wait, back up, hold up. Okay, because it's saying you could be at competition with somebody else if you do decide to pursue him and keep pursuing him. Because this is what it showed me at first. I thought, okay, good. Yeah, keep pursuing him because that's going to be a good thing for you. He'll offer his love to you. But then there's this third party here, and also this person who's trying to compete and fight and not compromise. So I feel like that means you could be having to kind of like be at battle with another person and trying to gain this person's favor or love, you know. And then if you don't pursue the person, this is what I saw, you know, no chance. They're not going to reach out. You're not going to reach out. And that's just not going to be that's not going to happen. So I thought, okay, definitely reach out then, you know, because it seems like that's the thing that's more likely to happen. But then I pulled the Temperance card. So it's saying you will feel peaceful in this. It will be, you know, things will be okay. Maybe at first it will kind of be sad, but then there will be harmony. It's almost like you need to cut the person off to feel okay, like, but you just don't know that yet. You know, it's like, and so craziness. I mean, there's a lot of options for you and them, I would say. But basically here saying, you know, if you don't pursue them anymore, they'll be closed off and it won't happen, but you'll feel good about that. You know, it'll be okay. It'll feel harmonious. Like it's almost like now there can be peace, even though you probably don't see it that way now. And it's likely that there's other options for you. So maybe you shouldn't pursue it. I mean, obviously it's up to you. We all have our free will, but it seems like it may be very, you know, like drama. if you do pursue them. Not to say you won't get them. I mean, it just seems like you're going to have to compete to get them. And I'm just saying it's not going to be easy, you know? It's going to be kind of like putting you to work. And I don't know if you want to be in that position, but does he feel for you? Okay. I don't like that. They see you as a person who can nurture them, take care of them, and take care of yourself. So basically saying you won't need them to take care of you because you can take care of yourself. The reason this is bad is because the first card I got was this guy. And that tells me that that's a person who wants to have their cake and eat it too. He's satisfied with it being that way, with you competing over him and wanting him and feeling stuck and like your hands are tied, like, oh, and he may even try to act like his hands are tied, like, oh, I don't know, there's just nothing I can do, you know, this is just the way it is, like, I'm not trying to. And it's like, no, you need to not put me through this. I guess you need to not put yourself through it. But basically I see them as like kind of content with the whole situation, you know, you being so stressed and competing over them. And then, you know, it's like they know that you're going to be in that position for them. They know that you're there and they have you there and they like to have you there, you know, and they like to have that other person there too. And so they feel like you feel stuck and you're going to take action you're going to pursue them, basically, like you said. You're going to act upon it, you know, you're not going to like just not try. And they feel like you will, and you will get into some kind of fight, not literally a physical fight, but I mean it could be, but usually it isn't. But I just feel like a few people involved in the situation, it's drama, and it's all because you can't let it go. You want to, you do, but you really don't too, and you're very defensive about it. You know, this is a sword. This is the past. His foot's in the past, defensive about it, and his foot's also headed toward the future, and he's looking toward the future, like he wants to kind of do something else and move on and progress and have a good life and just have, let's just carry it on. Like, okay, but you can't let it go, so you're stuck there and very defensive. Like, it's just a personal thing, how you feel about the person, obviously, because it's a personal relationship, but so you feel like no one really understands. You just have to be there. You know, you can't just give up on it. But, you know, it's going to be up to you what you decide to do. I feel like that person's satisfied to have you in that position. So I don't know. I mean, I don't need to put my input in there. It's not, you're not asking for that. But that's what I see for that. So, okay, wait, there was, let's see, ease the study. What's coming in the future for me? What's the near future for ease the study? What do we need to know about their future? What do we need to know about anything headed towards them? Anything highlighted? Tell me what we need to know about them. Tell them what they need to know about them. If you can get pregnant, if it's possible for you, that could be on the horizon. If not, it's talking about a new beginning. If that's not even possible for you, I mean, it's talking about a new beginning, the birth of something. Like, not literal birth, but the birth of a new beginning, you know, something happening, anything, something new and beautiful, you know. It could be talking about finances. It seems like you're a bit stingy about your finances. That's not a bad thing. It's just you're not trying to be you're penny pinching. You're holding on to each thing you earn and you're just trying to hang on to it like you're preparing for something that you're going to have to do. You're preparing for, you know, having to buy a house or having to buy a car. You're just trying to save up money and be responsible with your money. So it's almost like something happens between that, this new start, then you're being responsible about your money. So maybe this is a new idea you're having, like, okay, a new plan, like I'm going to work toward getting a car or a house. And so that's the birth of that. And you're going to start saving your money or something like that. You know what I mean? But for some reason, unless there's a Pisces involved in the situation, there is, it's like you're clouded and confused as to how to take the action. Also, I see fire, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be involved as well. But if not, I just see it as saying your thinking is clouded, your judgment is clouded, you're kind of confused. Maybe you took a big hit financially last year and now you're trying to like penny pinch, but you don't really know exactly how to invest or, like organize your money. There's something that's just not clear to you, and it's affecting how you take action about the situation. So, and I shouldn't have done that right now. This was at the bottom of the deck, so I want to pull it out because I did just use that example. So it very well could be that you took a hit of some sort. Maybe someone took something from you, money, or you just felt betrayed in some way. Maybe a business kind of like fucked you over because you didn't read the fine print, or you know what I mean? Something to that effect. Like you felt like you took a hit, and now it's going to be a new beginning. You have to save up, but it's hard to know how to take action correctly because you don't want that to happen again. So that's what I see for you. Basically, just you're going to be holding on to cash, and you're going to be trying to make plans and organize your life and get back to. You're going to try to be getting back to some more organized way of living in your own security that you didn't, that you just took a hit on in some way. Okay, will this person give me a job offer? Shibram Banerjee, give me job offer within next week at my expected pay. I gave all rounds of interviews and waiting for results. I think you asked that already. Okay, let's see. So let's talk about the pay now, since that's kind of a different way you're asking. What's the pay going to be like in this new job? Is there going to be a new job? Is there going to be this new opportunity? What do you confirm that? Girl, where'd you get out of that? Look at this. Basically, this is what I saw first. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think you will have a lot of potential to increase your money. I think you and the boss are probably going to see eye to eye, or you're very connected to the purpose of this business, whatever it is. It's like it's their values or what they stand for is like you see that, you believe in that as well. You see it very eye to eye. You get along, you agree. It's something that you feel like you agree with. This their whole business. It could even be like just a boss or someone you're close to in the business, like a close colleague or whatever, but something is where you're connected to it. You feel connected, and like it's like you guys speak the same language, and you see the ideas that the other person has, and it's like you agree completely. It's just the same, like you feel good about it. And the Ace of Pentacles here is talking about potential and opportunities for money, obviously, or stability of some sort, right? So like an increase in pay, even promotions. There could be opportunities for you to get like bonus work or bonus pay or something. Like there's opportunities for money in this situation. So I feel like a few different things could happen for you, but an increase. There's going to be opportunity. The aces are opportunities. So basically, if you don't work toward it, it's not going to happen. But there's going to be those opportunities there, and you have to take them. You have to put yourself down that path and open that door, and hopefully, you will be able to see those things when they're there, because they're going to be there for you in this new situation. I feel like, yeah, you probably will get this job. And then we have trying to search for something more and being able to manifest that. So I feel like this is a person who is on a search for something more in their lives. They have 8 cups right here, and they just want more. It's not enough. It's not making them feel like and not like a greed thing. It's not about greed. It's cups. So it's a very emotional thing. It's like, it's just a feeling. They just don't feel satisfied with life, or they just don't feel like it's right. It's not enough, not in a greedy way. It's just emotionally, they just don't feel like it's here. Whatever it is, it's not what I have right now. I need to go and find it. So it looks like you do find that, because you're manifesting and you're using all your skills. This magician here, he has a sword, he has a wand, he has a cup, and he also has a Pentacle. I'm like, what's the last one? He has all the tools, and basically it's highlighting the fact that you can manifest something, like whatever you really put your mind to, you can do. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you in this situation. I feel like you're worried about it now, but it's going to go, it's going to fly, and you'll have a lot of opportunities to really increase your money and just feel good about this job, even maybe learn some new skills or get into like an even higher position. It seems like there's a lot of opportunities for that. So we're only at an hour, but I'm going to cut it to an hour today, because usually I go a little longer, but I feel like an hour is like a long time, But I do want to do it again tomorrow, and I don't know how many questions there are left right now, but let's do this again tomorrow. I know I came on late today. Things were kind of like different today, obviously, but at some point tomorrow I'll come and we'll do this again. And so thanks for coming, and thanks for asking all your questions. I love answering them, and I hope you guys got some clarity. I hope you resonated with that. If you did, please give me a like and a subscribe, and tell your friends to come tomorrow night, and we'll do this again. All right, good night, you guys. Go to sleep.